don't really know what the fuck is going on with this shit. But maybe you can hear me, maybe you can't. Hello everyone, Nova Podcast episode 268. 68? We're going
68,
for 68.
yeah.
I feel like it was 67 last week. I'm quite on the fucking fade again. How do we solve this problem? I can't just keep shouting though, that's the thing. Especially today, because I don't have the energy in me.
No.
I don't have it in me to get it on.
He's gravely ill.
I'm gravely ill.
I'm gravely
ill. We should have done this before we started, but we'll do it now. I'm going to point at this fabulous jumper that you've got on.
Joel!
Do you know, I binged the other season, the newest season of
The Simpsons.
The Simpsons on
Oh, did
Disney
you?
Plus.
Okay.
And I was kind of like, God, has it always been this shit?
Oh, I thought you were going to turn around and go, it's not as bad as I remember
It's not that bad.
No,
I'm
sure.
Kind of like, I think season 8 is peak Simpsons. Like, I'll kind of say that. I love.
I understand the single-digit seasons of The Simpsons is the golden era, and then, I don't know, is it season 10 onwards it goes down? Or
Did you ever do a rewatch when it was all on Disney Plus? Like, first?
Not fully. I mean, I had the DVD sets, I think, of up to season 7 or 8, originally.
I got a season 8 box set. I remember that one Christmas. That was still treasured. Still love that. But yeah, I was like, it was, I think it's documented on here. Like one of them things that like getting Disney Plus. I kind of from the beginning watched Simpsons. I fitted the movie in between sort of like where it happened chronologically, and like season wise where it would all fit in.
Okay.
All that stuff, and I was like, well, you know what? It was a fun journey. It was a fucking long old time.
Oh, I imagine.
It was one of them ones where you just like
30. Is it on Disney Plus up to like season 36 or something?
34, I think.
Oh, 34. I've got 2 extra seasons in my back catalogue.
Well, they're coming.
Yeah, they are coming.
Do
Yeah.
you know, like extra 2 seasons in your back catalogue?
Yeah.
Your man started Top Boy out. Like,
Yeah.
we were just having we were having our pre-show conversation.
Free show conversation. Yeah. Live exclusively on our Patreon. Coming soon.
And your general thoughts for the audience?
Pretty sick, fam. No, I literally left here last week. We spoke about last week's events, which you may or may not have listened to, and then I don't know, something in me between talk and chatter at work, and then the general again pre-show talk last week of George sort of selling it to me. I then just did it that night, and then I haven't really looked back, and I just feel like I'm in the streets of London, even though we're nowhere near. Well, we're not that far from the outskirts of London, but we're not London, which is good because of the events that may or may not happen in this show and in real life. Describe Top Boy in one word. Real is the simplified word, but authentic as fuck.
It's like I said to you, innit? It's made. You can tell it's made with love. Like,
yeah.
It's the people that make this show, 110%. They love what they're doing.
And they've just captured the essence of it down to a T.
Oh yeah, for real. Like it's London personified. Like an actual fucking.
It don't feel like I'm watching a TV show. Put it that way. That's how they've built the world and just presented it. It don't even feel like it feels like I'm watching a documentary more than a fictionalized take on London.
Oh well.
To me.
Yeah, and your favourite character at the moment is
Anthony Joshua. I was going to say Anthony Waters, Deshane.
Ashley Waters.
Yeah, where did I get Anthony Joshua, the boxer?
Jesus.
Anthony Waters, yeah.
Now that's a cameo.
Anthony Mackie in the multiverse version of Top Boy.
There's an interview on the red carpet, I think from last season, because you've had, well, Netflix-wise, 2019, 2022, 2023. And last year, because obviously like COVID hit not long after it come back, and then it was like when do we do more of this, and it come back early last year, and then we've had a bit of a wait. We've had about a year, maybe just over a year between seasons 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever you want to call it, people.
Yeah.
And why the fuck is my mic so quiet? Really pissing me off. I'm gonna have to do something about it. But every setting I fiddle with, it's not fucking having it, is it? So they ask him who would play you in the US version of Top Boy.
Okay.
And, so I'll go character names because I don't know if you're familiar with the actors 100% yet. So
fine.
Jack says Zendaya.
Okay. Yeah.
Deshane says Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Steph,
yeah.
the younger brother, says Caleb Brooklyn.
Yeah, I see that one. Yeah, very much so.
I forget who Jamie says, but like, because they all go through it and they're like, I think the only person they don't ask is Sully. They ask Sully? No. But yeah. So I'll say like it's a journey. My thoughts as someone who has finished Top Boy
Yeah.
is
Drum roll, desk roll. Yeah.
did I overhype myself?
Oh no. Oh
I'll
no.
tell you for how and I'll tell you for why.
Okay.
Obviously, spoiler free because Connor is about.
I'm
to
still
deep
on the
dive
journey.
into
Yeah.
you know the latter stage of. Can you just push that?
Yeah.
Sorry. Should have done that. No, that's all right. Well, because it's quite hot in here, but you know, then as soon as that sound goes up downstairs, it's like it's time to close the door. It's a bit Game of Thrones ending for me.
No. Oh no.
Not in terms
Yeah. There's a dragon that just eats them all up. Yeah.
Main problem,
Great.
we've lost 2 episodes every year in
Yeah.
the Netflix version. Ain't a problem because we were used to 4 episodes.
I know, that's the only thing I was going to say at my point. 4 to 10. I feel like I've watched a season and a half of Netflix Top Boy already. It's only been...
We were saying, weren't we? Like, the first Netflix one being 10, you're watching more than what the show had already put out in one
Yeah,
go.
that's what I'm... Yeah.
Like, that's
Crazy.
everything and more of what had already happened.
Mm.
8 episodes for season 2 works. I think it works.
Mm-hmm.
6 episodes. There is a thing for me, and I don't like. I'm you know me, and well, for both of us, we don't like to influence each other's thing. We have,
No.
but we have similar sort of tastes and like intentions when it comes to the stuff we consume. We have similar opinions, but different ways of getting there, kind of thing.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's a very good explanation. Yeah.
I watched the first 2 episodes, and I was like, okay, I like it. I like what we're doing. I like where the story's going. By episode sort of 4, I was like,
Oh no.
there's not enough time to
do
wrap
what
all
you're
this up.
doing. Yeah. Okay.
Because along with the no loose ends, so the ongoing story from the climax of season
2/4. Yeah.
season 2/4, like slash the whole overall. At least the Netflix thing is more in the limelight. There are obviously what has happened with the Channel 4 version. Like you said, it enhances the story
1,000,000%. Well, I think perhaps more than any other show that I may have watched, but yeah, that's
The events come in like they have affected the characters as to where they are at this point.
Yeah.
So like their events are not unfelt,
No, definitely not.
but the no loose ends for me was like that was the marketing.
Yeah.
But some of it is like
Oh no.
a big loose end.
Okay.
And the promise of returning characters
Mm.
is not all that we thought it would be. Especially from some of the things I said. So that's the only thing I'll leave you with.
Ooh.
Because
Yeah.
I'd wish someone had told me who was and wasn't in it. Because then I would have been like, lowered my expectations.
Perhaps.
Sort of thing.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah. Fine.
You're kind of like, you're waiting for so-and-so to turn up. They don't turn up at all.
Okay.
Some characters are brief mention, some nothing at all.
Nothing
That's
at all.
And the whole way it ends, I've seen I don't know why I'm saying it in a surprise way. Like I've got friends, but friends I play football with. Like there's a lot of us that watch it. Shout out to Alfie and Brad. We were talking about it, and like they're like, oh, like one of them's like, oh, like I thought it was a really good end, but I just can't get over there is so much. It's a season of, because especially when you look at, so for you, the first season of Netflix,
Yeah.
when you go from the Channel 4 stuff to this,
Uh-huh.
there's a lot more of the traditional Netflix series
Formula
vibe
behind it.
of
Yeah.
There's some slower episodes which ultimately can seem boring, but they allow the story to flesh out.
To breathe. Yeah.
There is no breathing room
For season 3
for season
of this.
3.
Yeah.
It's
But
not
that's
at all.
due to runtime more than anything. Mainly,
Barry
you think
Keoghan,
it's yeah.
fabulous,
Fine,
as we knew
okay.
he would be.
Yeah.
Fantastically psychotic, as we thought he would be.
Okay, good. So he lives. Yeah. He lives up.
I think could have done more with a lot of story elements, but also like when you're introducing a new character like him, you're like, what are we gaining? Where are we going? Where's the overall end? And some sex educationness is happening of like, well, we need to get characters back to this point, so we'll get rid of that.
Okay, yeah.
Not to this is not to say that season 3/5 of Top Boy, the final season of Top Boy, is not well made. It is fantastically made. Some of the shots, some like the cinematography, it's still as gritty as real. It looks fantastic. Like it still is this painfully gritty, down to earth show.
Yeah, good.
And the acting is still there from, our two main guys. Some newer characters, like I said, like Barry Keoghan's like fantastic turn in that. Steph and some of the other returning characters, like they all give everything that they're giving.
Okay.
I just think that there's like we don't need that, do that. Oh, we don't need that, do that. And I can't say exactly what.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course.
Without you having seen it.
It's fine.
So once you have seen the final season of Top Boy, we will gladly talk about it on this.
Yeah, definitely a
Have a bit of a
million
Top Boy
percent.
episode.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
But I really did. I enjoyed it, but it left me wanting more.
Just that little sprinkle more. Yeah. That
Not
little.
like this can't be the end. Let's have another season. It's kind of just
underwhelming.
Like you can't. This isn't the. Can't be the wrap up for all of this.
Right.
This
Yeah. Some of the wide agenda
for this bit
element of it. Yeah. Okay.
Whether it continues with the spin off or like anything, I don't mind, but it would kind of. I think it would be like I still haven't watched House of the Dragon. It would kind of be one of those things of like I would have a cool off time and then go back to it. But I did really enjoy the journey of from beginning to end. It was like kind of like we don't do a lot of these. Or have time to do a lot of these
big lengthy rewatches. Yeah.
Like not as much as I used to. Like I used to rewatch Doctor Who every other fucking week. Like even when I was at school, like I'd get to a weekend and I'd watch like all of series 2, and like that's how the DVDs got worn out. But like I haven't done that, especially with a show Top Boy that I've not watched as much. Certainly not the Netflix stuff. I think the Channel 4 stuff is more like with it's Lara's favourite show. She will go to those first 2 seasons are kind of like she can sort of almost probably know that word for word.
Right.
And then the Netflix stuff, mainly season 2 Netflix wise, for her she's kind of like I don't really remember a lot of it, so it's going to be nice to sort of rewatch it and
pick it up.
Pick it up again and see where we're at. And we enjoyed the whole journey that we had over the last couple of weeks. From start to finish. Like
you say, you'll have that slight break, and then when you go and revisit it, whether it's in 6 months' time, whether it's 2 months' time, from the sounds of how much it means and how much you'll probably watch it, or in a year's time. But when you rewatch the whole journey, knowing this season as well, you'll probably enjoy it more.
Or like when we watched Game of Thrones together for the first time, like because Lara had never seen it, and it was one of them things I kind of put it on and was like, you'll probably enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's one of them things like it's a very it's a very good show. Like in terms of the overall quality, maybe it might not be your bag genre-wise.
Sure, yes.
But I think deep down, there are elements that I think any person that's a fan of film or TV can grab onto. And especially with Top Boy as well. Like you've got your protagonist that there are whether they be a bad person or not, the people they associate with. You're drawn into the unit, the family, the life.
Yeah.
And I had a good time with that last season of Game of Thrones. I had a better time watching it knowing where it went.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't like because I think...
yeah.
internet-wise, how many times have we said the hype for Multiverse of Madness in terms of fucking Deadpool's going to cameo, we're going to have every single cameo. It's like, it doesn't need to have
It's going to explode. Yeah.
But then sort of knowing the destination, you can kind of enjoy the journey a bit more.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
I wasn't massive on the finale of Game of Thrones, and the whole, last season felt like a rush.
Yeah.
Like we've said many times before. But what I will say is that it's still not a badly made show or portion of the show. It's kind of just, it's not on the heights of the earlier ones, but I can still enjoy it. And we kind of like with this, I kind of enjoyed it, but for me, possibly the last season of Top Boy was the weakest for me.
Out of everything, if you had to do like a quick tier list without any in depth, what would you put this at the bottom, or not?
I'd put season 5. I'd put season 4.
Okay, yeah.
Just because I think, and then season 2, 1,
3. So the season I'm on, so season 1 of Netflix / season 3, what you think is the peak of Top Boy?
I think
or, like,
that
the
and
best?
season 1 kind of like
Oh.
it recaptures the season 1 elements of Brave New World, like new characters stepping in,
Okay.
but also because it builds on something that we've seen before.
Definitely, but yeah.
It kind of enhances it to this level, and I think it's some of the best of it. I'm not saying like it's perfect, but in terms of enjoyment level, I think I get much more enjoyment out of both starts.
Right,
of
okay.
Top Boy.
Yeah.
I like season 2, like original. Like I think that's good because it's very much of the same flavour of the first season.
Yeah.
And
A good companion piece in a way.
And season 3 feels like it's almost a bridge to this new
stuff.
version. Like you've got these continued elements. You know, some of them change, some of them stay, some of them go, some of them come back. It feels like a transitional thing, so it feels very much cut from the same cloth in a lot of ways.
Of that, yeah.
Season 2 mainly because I did, like, when we was rewatching it, it was like, apart from the ending, I didn't remember a lot of season
2.
Season 4, like Netflix one, like
Netflix
2.
Yeah.
Like I didn't remember a lot of those elements.
Right.
Apart from sort of where we pick up with them and where
They
that
end
season
up.
ends.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, there's an element of the hype kind of killing the enjoyment of, but you introduce this element, but then you get rid of it, and then like there's this character, there's this expectation, and there's a lot of omissions from the cast. There's a lot of not to spoil, like, because this doesn't spoil
who lives and who dies
necessarily.
Yeah.
Because there's a character that very much is alive still at the beginning of this final season, just not in it. A couple of them, and a couple of instances where the ending of season 2 you see again from a new angle, so clearly it's been reshot, and some of those characters that we know are body doubles from the back that then never show up again in the rest of the final season.
Okay.
So there's a lot of, because I know, so I'll go into who the characters are once you've finished, but there's one of the main ones, because I was watching an interview with them earlier. See, I won't even give you the pronouns, so I won't even give you a clue to who they are.
Okay.
That they were talking about, like, well, so why are you not in the final season? Like, why did you leave? And they kind of go like, I didn't really like where it was going because my use in
earlier seasons,
they call it like season 2, but like basically like, you know, Netflix season 2.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
That their use in that was kind of like I was just given the same kind of stuff to do. Like I wasn't going anywhere. My character didn't have an arc, so I didn't really want to sign up for another season of that. As much
Fair enough.
As
yeah.
authentic it was been to have them as their character been there, because the character is a glaring omission. One of the most, like there's a few, and you just don't see them, and they're kind of like, I just didn't want to do another season of that, and sort of just be a character that's there but not really contributing or having an arc. And it's a character that I was really enjoying, and I was really hoping would get more to do.
Right. Okay.
So as you watch it, maybe think of it.
I will clock it. Yeah.
And you'll probably, by the time that they haven't shown up,
I will sit there and go.
In final season, episode 3 or 4, you'll be like, "Oh, that's who George was probably talking about."
Yeah.
They keep talking about this person, and they've not shown up. Not even. I think mentioned once in an offhand thing, and then just.
That's it. Oh no, not that treatment. I don't like that, guys. Don't like that treatment, writers.
But then that says a lot because Kano and Ashley Walters are executive producers as well, along with Drake. His team are the executive producers on it, like marquee executive producers in Drake's case, because funded it for it to come back.
Apart, not to cut you off, but the 2 or 3 songs I like from Drake, and the amount of times I fucking hear you on the radio, you're overrated as fuck. But I've got so much, not just street cred, but so much more respect for you at actually not just bringing it in. You didn't do it originally, but he brought it back, didn't he?
Yes, really? Because he was watching it, I think, once on tour, and then posted a picture of Duchesne, like a real top boy, and then found out it had been cancelled.
Fuming.
There's an interview with Ashley Walters when he talks about it. It's like, I've got this call, and it's like it's Drake, like sort of like set up the meeting. Like
hey man, it's
Ashley Walters managed to set him up like with a meeting with the original people that were producers and Ronan the writer, and then from there it kind of he basically said like it wasn't just Drake bringing it back. Like Drake was the catalyst for decisions that would have taken years to kind of just be like right, commissioned, done, like kind of thing. So check that out. I don't remember what YouTube channel it's on, but there's a conversation like that. All those kind of videos, even from like season just gone, like they've surfaced again. The time that this new season has come out.
Okay.
But no, draw your own conclusions from it. You'll enjoy the ride, but I think you'll have a sort of similar thing of. But
I'll have a bit of a come down.
It's not, the puzzle is not complete.
Fully complete. Yeah. Yeah, and you think it's that we joked around it last week? Do you think they kind of Disney Plused it?
I think they Disney Plused it in a good season 2. So Netflix. So we're talking purely Netflix wise. The second season on Netflix, I think, makes the right choices in terms of it drops 2 episodes, but there's still enough in there and still enough room for it to breathe.
Yeah.
But to go down again, and then you've got literally 2 episode acts. Because we know we're big fans of that. Like we talked about Falcon and Winter Soldier and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We'll talk about Loki next month when that starts.
Of course. Yeah. Yeah.
You feel like, all right, cool. It's non-stop. Oh, there's 2 episodes left. How do we resolve
X amount of weight?
Lingering threads from previous seasons and these new threads that you've introduced
in the meantime.
Not just for new characters, but for old characters as well. It's kind of like and it starts off quite fast because there's a bit the bit in the trailer, like you've seen, the step back.
Yeah.
That's very early on. That's, I think, in the first 10 minutes.
Oh God.
Considering where season 4 ends, that's a hell of a
turnaround.
A hell of a lot to go through from that
to that in 10
essentially,
minutes. Yeah.
You pick up from there. I know it's only been a year. It's not like the other 2, the season before last, where it was 4 years between it, where everyone's visibly older. But the fact that they've reshot that bit and then it goes straight into this new bit, and it's like, no, you step back when I tell you to step back, kind of thing, and you're like, oh, this is right. It's kind of a sign of we're full steam ahead. Yeah. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's just I think you'll enjoy it, but I think you'll just have a thing of maybe if they'd have taken their time, would it have been enjoyable more? Well, it's fine. It's still good. It's not bad. People are gonna think I fucking hate it, but I don't. I really,
no.
I still had a lot of fun with it. But I was kind of just like, oh, that's what we're doing.
Right.
Speaking of that's what we're doing.
That's what we're doing. Yeah.
Have you heard? The bird is the word. No.
The good news or bad news?
We're doing good news because I think we need some good news. So
Positivity.
Everyone go and watch Top Boy if you haven't already on Netflix. What else come? Welcome to Wrexham started today, season 2.
Oh, good. Okay.
So
cool.
I look forward to that. And obviously on the 21st of September, Sex Education season 4, the final season. Let's finish together. Love it.
Yeah.
That's a show that, because of this, and because other times in the past where I've got hyped, I'm kind of like, oh, I don't want to get too excited for it, and then it becomes shit.
Yeah.
Because I was disappointed with season 3.
Yeah.
Just because it was the rush of, oh, but Maeve and Otis need to be together. I was like, but there's a very nice organic relationship,
original
with Ruby
thing,
that sort of grew, and it was kind of like,
I want to see this.
I don't want to see these characters. If it had come to a thing of she'd sort of almost done the reverse of him, come back round and said that no, I still have feelings for you, and if he'd have kind of gone,
you know what?
Well, no, because I'm actually in love, and it was kind of like she was shoehorned out of the way. I hope that there's still at least a temptation there, because obviously Maeve's not going to be in the country. I hope there's still a temptation of them two can sort of at least get on and be friends, and maybe he realises that she was better for it. I don't know, but
maybe that's the end of season 4 right there, and maybe that's how it could potentially go down.
But also
something along those
with
ideas.
Top Boy, maybe it's a Netflix tradition. We're having a lot of cast members not returning. We've got no Lily, no Ola, no Olivia, Ruby's other mate. Anwar, I don't know if he's been mentioned.
I think he was a no. I thought he was a no.
I know Ruby's in it because we've seen her in the trailer.
Yeah.
It just kind of feels like I'd rather it end high and if it had ended last season, I would have kind of been like, oh no, that's fine, that's a good place to leave it. They're gonna have a relationship, but she's gonna go off and do her thing first.
Yeah.
But now we're getting this whole other thing that kind of feels like an
answer to
in between season.
Yeah.
But I don't like, because there's a lot of these characters that we still wish we'd have resolutions for. Do we know if Jakob's in it? I don't think we know, because obviously the baby's been born. Is that going to be a thing? Are we going to see more of Jean? Like, we know that this is, had it continued or not, this would have definitely been the end of Eric, because Cat was very busy now.
Very busy. I mean, he's got time. He hasn't got time on his hands. But
watching Sex Education again, I was rewatching. We've just finished last night the one where they go to watch Hedwig and thingy, like the movie for Eric's birthday, where he gets Otis lets him down. He goes on his own. He gets beaten up.
That episode
by the homophobic guy on the way home, has his stuff stolen. And kind of in that episode, I was like, the range of this guy, considering he's still only in his early to mid 20s,
yeah,
and this guy's the Doctor. Absolutely unreal, and I can't fucking wait. Like, just even watching it was like it's this new excitement of I'm watching a Doctor's previous work, which you kind of don't really get this opportunity, do you? Really?
No,
because the only reason this come about,
unless we were older.
Because the only reason this come about really is because Russell wanted Shooty because he smashed the audition, but Shooty was like, "I've got a final season of Sex Education film," to do. And he's like, "Well, I'll let you do that, and I'll bring David back for
the meantime.
3 episodes. Yeah, I'll do the most marketable thing, which is what it is, and I'll bring back the most obvious Doctor to bring back. Yeah, we're gonna wheel him out every 10 years, but he still looks fucking gorgeous.
He does.
And then we'll get this fresh, new, young, equally as gorgeous, sexy Doctor.
Sexy Doctor, yeah."
Russell writes good Who, and I'm excited to see an LGBT, because someone also pointed out on Twitter, this will be the completion of a set of we had an LGBTQ master and now a Doctor in Derek Jacobi and Shooty Gatwa. Even though unfortunately we only got Derek Jacobi as the master on screen for 45 minutes, about 3 minutes.
3 minutes? Yeah, because he was Professor
Yana.
He was
Yana for 90%.
Yeah, Mr. You're Not Alone, yeah.
But, God, Derek Jacobi and Shooty Gatwa. The camp scene-chewing, amazingness that would be. Maybe in Big Finish in 10 years' time, but... Yeah,
the War Master series...
The War Master
15.
series Infinity.
Infinity, yeah. I think that ranged off slight diversion. I think that series ended... I think the last release is due... early next year, season 14. I think 14 box sets of Jerry Jacobi as the War Master.
That's good,
for more than 3 minutes.
That's good. We always wanted more Jacobi, but he's kind of, from what I understand, he's in the War Doctory role.
Yeah, it's before Utopia. Yeah, it is. It's pre.
He's kind of like the. I don't know if this is confirmed, but they kind of reused some elements from stuff they were going to do from more War Doctor stuff before the passing of John Hurt.
Possibly, but
kind of reworked
the last range I paid attention to, sorry to cut you off, the last sort of box set I really saw.
I've never paid for any Big Finish.
But Finish, one day
we can't get
George's money. Derek Jacobi meets fucking Cleopatra, Medusa, Greek gods, and he's in the land of fiction, and he's with Sherlock Holmes. So as much as it's it crosses over Big Finish's other ranges.
Mark Gatiss playing Sherlock Holmes.
I can Google. I can find it.
Probably be Nick Briggs. Hello, I'm Sherlock Holmes.
I'm Sherlock Holmes.
What's going on round here? Nick Briggs' Ninth Doctor voice. It's a meme. Because having that sort of gap of oh no, this is something coming. Same with Barbie, really. You've had the opportunity to go and see. This is what this Doctor's going to do. Or even, it's not... But this is just this actor, and he's going to be the Doctor.
You know what? You got it right. Nick Briggs is Sherlock Holmes.
No fucking way.
You're Sherlock Holmes.
Hello, it's Elementary, my dear Watson. What's going on round here? Christopher Eccleston, in A Cruel Twist of Fate, plays Dr. Watson.
No. Richard Earl?
I hope Eden Park turns around and has a shit on you. You've ever seen... do you follow Christopher Eccleston on Instagram?
I do, but he doesn't post too often.
The stuff
randomly.
He posts about, he's very, anti the royal family and things like that, and anti the establishment. But there's this thing, I don't remember if it was on, I think it was on Instagram, whether it was a video that someone found or his story or whatever, and it was about people that just leave their dog shit lying around in Heaton Park. And he's and I hope the universe turns around and has a big shit on you. And that was everywhere for like a year and a half. And it was one of the things I was like, oh, fucking love Chris Eccleston. Just like we fucking love the Disney Plus content, and not Disney as a company. Must keep pointing this out.
Oh.
Because did you hear that there was a PR company has reportedly been manipulating movie scores for the past 5 years on Rotten Tomatoes by paying for positive reviews?
Yes, I actually did.
And a lot of people have looked at some MCU
reviews.
like Love and Thunder, Quantumania, Secret Invasion, even She-Hulk, and gone, this makes a bit more sense.
Yeah.
Even though we've not had that confirmed, which is pretty shitty, Disney, to conduct your business that way. But we got some good news because we got the confirmed names and more titles of What If Season 2 episodes.
We did.
9 episodes again.
Thank goodness. No more cut downs.
What If Gamora killed Thanos?
I mean, kind of like the sound of that one, yeah.
Yeah, because hopefully... Is Zoe Saldana going to be in it this time? Because she didn't speak, really, in season
yeah,
1.
she might have grunted.
She might be one of those ones that was a different voice.
Maybe. I'll check her
While you
thing.
Google that, what if Captain Carter finds Hydra Stomper? So continues on from the post-credit stinger of her season 1 episode.
You're right, she weren't in What If, so yeah, it was someone
Possibly
else.
season 2, maybe. But then she's kind of always been that don't want to play Gamora for too long. Like I want to be killed off, and she was going to be killed off in Guardians Volume 3. But then she got her way and died in an Avengers movie, but is alive for when we need her in Secret Wars. What if the Tesseract landed in the Haudenosaunee Confederacy before the colonization of America, introducing a new hero, Kahori? If I'm butchering the pronunciations, I apologise. What if Hank Pym and Janet Van Dyne fought Red Guardian during the 1980s? It's a bit of a long title that doesn't roll off the tongue.
No.
This one, what if Yondu delivered Star-Lord to Ego, is like a reversal of the
Guardians
season 1 episode.
Yeah.
Because
Sure,
he
yes.
outsources it, and that's how the mistake happens. But if he's going to do it, like, is it just going to be, Peter dies at a young age, or is he,
Does he turn into a planet?
maybe your daddy was a planet?
Your dad was a
My
planet.
favourite title. What if Happy Hogan saved Christmas? An Iron Man
Nice.
3 story. Which is good because it means we get a Jon Favreau-centric episode.
Do you think that's going to be reminiscent, like a one shot, but more than 20 minutes, and this is just going to be a fun, spoofy
Well,
one?
some of them kind of are, aren't they? You get that thing of like, what would happen if this had happened? But yeah, we just get to revisit that world of Iron Man 3. So this, probably be the most one-shotty because it would just be... What if Wanda had grown up watching musicals instead of sitcoms? I mean, it lends us to be that it's going to be WandaVision, but singing and
happy,
dancing.
yeah.
Are we going to get a Les Mis turn from Paul Bettany? Red, the blood of bodies past. Green, my lycra yet to come. Red, the infinity stone that shapes at last.
Wonderful.
Yeah, thank you.
Wonderful.
Thank you. Standing ovation. And bow.
And bow.
What if Odin and Hela faced Wenwu? I like that because
Yeah.
the implication is that he's been around for over 1,000
Well, one
years
episode
anyway.
was always confirmed to be sort of referencing the Shang-Chi lore, so that one is probably that
A lot of
episode.
people annoyed because we recently had the 2-year anniversary of...
Of Shang-Chi? No.
Yeah, Shang-Chi. We recently had the 2-year anniversary of Shang-Chi.
In September, yeah, it's this
Yes.
month. Yeah, fuck, yeah. Shit.
And people said, like, I was fully convinced he'd show up in something soon, but obviously, like, a lot of people said COVID really ruined the MCU. Like, obviously,
Really
like,
has.
you know,
Really,
people died and medical
really
wise, it was
has.
such a thing. But, you know, even in the detail of, because someone went back into the elements of Doctor Strange being before Spider-Man No Way Home, because America Chavez would have been basically the Ned role in you know, the portals, which would have made sense in her powers of the multiverse, bringing through
Andrew Garfield and
Tobey
Tobey.
Maguire.
Yeah.
And it kind of, like we said, like everything kind of backed up, and Sony were never going to move their date, and it was like, you know, get this film out as I can, churn out some of the backlog, and now we're kind of in a semi-stable, couple are getting made while a couple are being planned thing, like we used to. But it's taken a while to sort of get back to that, and also we had this new transitional phase, so it's a thing.
It's a headache.
It's a whole headache. What if the Avengers fought Surtur? I
Sure.
mean, big monster. Well, that element would probably be the same then. But do you want some sad, potential sad news
In what field?
for Mr. Fantastic? Because sources are apparently confirmed that before the strikes, Matt Smith had passed on the role of Reed Richards. Whether this is true or not. And the next in line to get an offer,
Jake
Gyllenhaal.
But what? He's played Mysterio.
I don't hate it.
I don't. And the thing is, if you're doing like more
he's
recent
dead.
bearded Mr. Fantastic, then yeah, sure. I could see him with grey
Plus,
temples.
Jake Gyllenhaal is really good in superhero films. Let's have that correct. He is really good in superhero film. But obviously it would be weird to have him be Mysterio, be this whole big plot of Spider-Man, and then be like, and now he's the Mr. Fantastic guy.
Yeah.
But have you heard about some more Disney Plus drama? Not as in like bad things.
Oh, right.
Daredevil Born Again will be more of an episodic series than its Netflix counterpart. Case of the Week.
Okay.
Matt Murdock and Wilson Fisk. With Matt Murdock, Wilson Fisk will be focusing on his duties running for mayor of New York.
Okay.
The series will apparently also be more darker and mature than the Netflix show. Which
Well,
begs the question, can we get more mature than Vincent D'Onofrio kicking a man's head in on a car door? I don't know.
coming from the House of Mouse. Yeah, I'll believe it when I see it.
Oh, I'll believe it when I see it there, boy.
Oh, yeah, murder.
I've killed him again with a car door.
Yeah.
But no, those are the things. Those are the elements.
Yeah, good stuff. Sounding good.
But we'll as we kind of wrap to this thing, because my voice, my
Can't
face,
take much more.
my whole
Your
body.
face is heavy.
You know what it is? Like having kids just makes you more susceptible to illness. Like I had a thing of like at work where I was like, hadn't been off ill in ages, and then like ill come back, and then also like I nearly fucking snapped my ankle at football, so I was like, yeah, I can't walk, I can't come in, and that pushed me into the thing of like I'm in the territory of I just can't be off work for a little while. But like I was at work today and I was like, I'm fucked, because my son unfortunately has a cold, which I now am probably getting because I feel
In close
when you
proximity
feel
of
fucking throaty and phlegmy and stuff, and I'm
knees
like,
weak, arms are heavy, his vomit on your sweater already,
mum's
mum's spaghetti.
spaghetti.
He's nervous. You're feeling nervous right now.
and I'm just like, I felt so like zapped, and I was like, I'm gonna watch some more Ahsoka, and just didn't. I just had a nap.
Well, I came into the studio and I just thought there was no sound.
found a
I opened
body.
the door first and I couldn't see anything. Okay, and I got told you were upstairs, and I just saw you. Well, the opposite of a sunbathe. I just thought, oh shit! I heard noise from your TV. And I thought, oh no,
But he's dead.
but he's dead.
I have a surprise for you.
It sounded like a Kenneth Branagh, Agatha Christie Poirot murder. Haunting in Venice out this Friday, the 15th.
Is that the new one?
Yeah.
I've not seen any trailers.
It looks pretty good, but I mean, the last few times I've been to cinema, it's all been, The Nun 2, scary horror. Exorcist, scary horror. Everything's just been horror. But Haunting in Venice actually looks like a horror film, not just a Kenneth Branagh, like, detective film. It actually looks like a scary
I
film.
like that we're getting some fucking Poirot films in 2023. I like that.
Yeah. I mean, after Death on the Nile, I'm here for it.
I really like Death on the Nile.
I
and
did.
I really like Mummy on the Orient Express.
Yeah, 2 for 2
Not
so
Mummy
far.
on the Orient Express, Murder. I'm thinking of, that Peter
Oh
Capaldi,
dear.
the Peter Capri-Sun story.
Peter Poirot's episode in Doctor Who. Yeah.
Oh my god, Peter Capaldi as Poirot. Oh, you can't even fucking see it anyway.
Yeah.
Fuckety Bay. Oh, I was watching some of the thick of it the other day, and I was like, this show's so good, but it's so hard to just knuckle down and watch and take seriously.
It is.
Especially when this current climate of politicians are probably as fucking clueless as these characters. Have you watched the thick of it?
Again, bits and chunks of it, but again, like you, to watch seriously and on a binge format, it's too much in a way, which is a good and a negative. But I have to watch it in doses.
In order to get some good behind the scenes stuff on it, get the complete box set. It's a red briefcase, like the government stuff. Get it in HMV for like, I think it's down to like 40-50 quid now. It used to be a lot more expensive, but it's everything. And then watch.
There was the movie, wasn't there?
It was,
or like an event of it.
In
the asset in the loop, yeah.
It was it's the same, a couple of the same characters, but like a load of new ones as well. But it's and similar actors playing different characters, kind of like an Americanized, for a more general American audience as well, for it to go worldwide on its release. But no, In the Loop's quite good.
Okay,
but it's
cool.
it's missing some
elements of
in the thick of it. Or the thick of it. In the thick of it. Fucking hell. I have a surprise for you.
Do you?
Yeah.
I didn't sign up.
I'm not wearing any pants. No.
Plot twist.
You really are the most devious podcaster in
bastard
New York
I've ever
City.
Yeah.
I have found when the tickets are going on sale for the Underwater Menace.
Oh. Yeah. Have we actually enrolled and signed up, pre-registered or something?
September.
The 21st of September. Right. Let's put that in my phone. Do we have a time or just that day?
10 a.m.
10 o'clock on the 21st.
But
September.
I would, a couple of days before it,
Yeah.
look on the BFI website.
So next Thursday go on sale. All right. So I'll check.
I think
Before this time
I
next
think
week.
from Sunday night onwards, we'll
Sunday.
check every day.
Every single
And
day.
we will aim to do it. Starts at 12 on the 30th of October. It's a Saturday. Can you just get October?
30th of October. It's a Monday.
It must be the
28th then.
It's
yeah.
end to middle October.
Fine. Okay.
Or 10th. I don't fucking know. I might be making
10th's a Tuesday.
No, it's on a Saturday.
So it's either the 7th, 14th, 21st or 28th.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
one of them.
them.
In October.
Yeah. Okay, fine.
No news on a Q&A. Like, obviously we had Janet Field in.
When's the Will in Space animation? That'd be my
You
question.
can ask him. You can ask a question this time.
Yes. Where's the Will in fucking Space?
Yeah. Can I actually get tickets for the fucking Quiz of Rassilon?
Yeah, please.
Can we win it? And then, like, I don't know, get like a beer and a pizza and go home. Maybe. That was the only thing. Was like we were kind of like we got there and then it was like a rush and then like went home and it was like we could have like enjoyed more of the day.
Yeah, no, sure, but again, it was the first time, so once we get in a regular-ish rotation of it, we can
a regular rotation. Yeah, so because I thought I'm normally one for checking.
Yes.
And then I checked and saw it and it was like Thursday the
21st of September.
They go on sale.
Good.
And they went on sale a day before to thingy members. Obviously, they'll sell out fast. I don't think this will sell out as fast as the box set. I think the box set ones
do
sell
more
out
popular
faster because they've become more of an event. You've obviously got someone from the cast there. We'll have someone there from. We'll have obviously the animation team because this will be the first one back. So this will be a nice sort of
return.
Will it be any of the previous people that we saw?
Maybe. It could be. If it's the
Yeah.
same people to sort of question the future animation, because when we went previously it was a case of again the question of is this the last one for now. They didn't really have us a proper update as such because it was in flux, pun intended, relevant to Doctor Who, but then hopefully they can kind of turn this conversation around and be like, well, we can't spoil our release schedule but we may have plans for this and more Hartnell. If they just say more Hartnell, then I'll be happy.
I want your question to be, listen guys, I love Patrick Troughton as much as the next man. Galaxy 4 was such a breath of fresh. Did we go to Galaxy 4?
You did. I didn't. You did. We went to
what did we go to?
Abominable Snowmen, the last animation.
Did we?
Last year some point.
We go to last and the first, and that's it.
The last and the first, no more.
No more. Animation, no more. You walk in dressed as John Hurt with a big box. Animation, no more. What I did without choice. In the name of peace and rendering
and continuity.
And flat 2D animation character models.
Previously air quotes of not episode being animated.
But let's run down. So would you ask? Listen, love Troughton.
Love Troughton.
Love that you did Galaxy 4, guys. Big up. Can we get Massacre of St. Bartholomew's Eve? When?
Next. When? Now, if I was to quiz Hartnell about a Celestial Toymaker, I think that one would come up from a lot of people.
Because we assume that possibly Neil Patrick Harris could be the
Celestial
Toymaker.
Yeah, come on.
So is there a chance of a...
Yeah, I'd have to word it like that. I'd be like, well, because of a certain American that may have met his mother or not.
We should get you like one of them old press-style trilbies with the like fucking ticket. Connor Mercer here from the No Bible Podcast. Just wondering when your boys are looking at doing the old Celestial Toymaker.
Yeah, sure. Tying in with a particular anniversary, see?
Yeah, because it looks like old NPH could be playing the old Toymaker against David Tennant's Doctor.
Doctor.
I'm gonna make you a star in my movie, kid.
Here's to you, kid.
Get me a bourbon. You mean the biscuit?
Yeah, you mean the biscuit.
Oh, I forgot we're in London. Get me a
sorry,
scotch.
custard cream.
Oh, this is an egg. Shout out to Big Damn Cast, episode 1, OG.
Wow. Okay.
That's one of the reasons I fell in love with that podcast, and one of the reasons you hopefully can fall in love with our podcast before we make the big boy move to the Acast Creator Network in the sky.
In the cloud.
As we work on stuff to begin our transition to Netflix as we're bought out by Drake.
Oh, and become top boys, top men. The sequel.
Cast.
Top cast. Yeah, top cast. Top bill. Top build.
And then all else fails, we just become a the Meg commentary podcast.
On all the Meg
Can't do
books.
this anymore, Mac.
On all the books. The Meg.
We just do
universe.
every film until a new film comes out, then do a spoiler review, and then go back through the other films, and then back to the new one. And we just keep doing that, and every time they make a new Meg thing.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Sure.
have you seen
Don't be sorry, dear
the
fella.
fucking
What we doing to show season 5?
No, the MonsterVerse
Oh.
Apple TV show that's got all those really fucking big stars in it.
Isn't it Welcome to Monarch or something? Or Monarch
Yeah,
something?
whatever it's called. Like, they've got some really like people are like, this is like, one, it's crazy that this is the best fucking cinematic universe other than the
Going.
MCU.
Yeah.
and two, that it's got this big fucking Netflix, not like streaming show coming,
Yeah.
but it's on Apple and no one's really watching it, but it's got some amazing stars.
Damn. Well,
That's one
Apple.
of the things I'm kind of like, would I get a trial just to watch that? Like, is Apple TV Plus stuff going on to physical? Like, is Ted Lasso released?
I don't think so.
Yet?
Defending Jacob, the Chris Evans, I don't think is.
Happy wedding day, Chris Evans.
See, oh yeah, happy wedding.
Because RDJ and Jeremy Renner met up with him for some. We can presume it was shawarma in canon.
Good.
But it was a meal of some kind.
No, it had to be shawarma.
Has to be shawarma. Wasn't cold.
Hey.
What? He's looking it up.
Yeah, the answer is no.
No
Yeah,
Ted Lasso yet.
Reddit is sort of answered that for me.
I kind of like, because I love. You know me. I loves me the MonsterVerse.
Yeah, I mean, apart from Kong Skull Island and underwhelming cast members, I mean, I'm in this universe.
Hey, I had fun with King of the Monsters, and that made up for everything.
Yeah, King of Monsters completely sold me. But I did really like 2014 Godzilla as well. It's a different movie. I really liked it.
There was also not enough Godzilla, and then there was too much Godzilla, and now we have just enough in Godzilla
Kong,
versus
just
Kong.
enough Kong.
I mean, we've still got Godzilla X Kong to come. So
oh, and that's what exactly them against.
them teaming
Godzilla X Kong, the New Empire. So they're going up against the Death Star.
It's got another fucking title added on.
The
It's
New
just gonna get
Empire.
longer.
Yeah,
Like
apparently.
Hayden Christensen's hair in some flashbacks.
Oh.
Briefly, spoiler-free thoughts on Ahsoka. Yes, it's just cameos, but fuck me, is it the best stuff Dave Filoni's ever done for Star Wars?
Star Wars and the Filoniverse of madness.
If we're doing the Mount Rushmore of Star Wars,
Right.
George Lucas,
Okay.
Dave Filoni,
Yeah.
arguably now Jon Favreau,
Yeah. No. Yeah. Sure. Did he invent Disney Plus?
and what cast member could we really not do without? I mean, all of them, but like you'd have to say
The motion capture man for Grogu. The baby that they used to fit to motion capture Grogu. No.
you'd have to say probably like Carrie or Mark. I mean, you could. There's an argument for Harrison, but I think Harrison would just hate being on this Mount Rushmore.
Well, for me, it'd be Ewan McGregor.
I will say no,
Oh, okay.
purely for
Liam Neeson, obviously. Yeah.
Purely for, I know, like, you know, we're in the era of the prequels getting more love, which is so totally deserved. But without, I think, Mark Hamill, there would be no kind of
Longevity behind it. Yeah, no, it would just be that trilogy, and then
plus
that'd be
we'd
it.
have no one to like getting deep fake images off of to stick on people with really funny haircuts.
Yeah, he is the ultimate deepfake.
And I
He's
love
the reason
Mark
why the
Hamill.
AI had taken over.
And the man
arguably.
who hated Star Wars but come back round to it. Maybe it was for the money. We'll never know. Mark, get in touch. We'll get you on the podcast.
It was all one big joke in the end.
But my thoughts on Ahsoka are...
Yeah, not a joke.
It's at the very opposite end of the spectrum, like a lot of people have said, to Andor. Andor is dark, gritty, you know.
Politics.
And this is more sort of like whimsical, Jedi-esque.
Adventure.
Adventure.
Yeah.
Yes, there is more gratuitous cameos in this, and a lot of people argue that Star Wars has just become cameo the show.
or cameo the movie.
Yeah, right. Like a certain MCU.
But
next
I'll
door.
be like, you know
Mm.
that he's in it. But I'll be damned
Mm.
if seeing Hayden Christensen again does not fill me with the warm fuzzies.
And of course, guessing that is some sort of DH technology to an extent. But is the hair like a wig? Is that not? I'm assuming he's real hair. Is that like?
I will say to you that the 3 different versions of Hayden Christensen flashbacks we have seen.
What, all in Ahsoka? Are you talking about Obi-Wan as well?
We'll count Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
And then there's 2.
Episode 2.
There's
Oh,
2
yeah.
Anakin ones.
There's 2 Anakins.
Anakin. There's 2 with Anakin.
Oh.
Who's the other guy? Who's the other guy that Anakin was?
Okay.
More of an illusion because
Yeah, of course.
she talks about. It's just, I can't really. But
No, of course.
perfect, perfect young Ahsoka, which makes you think. Just make that show. Just make fucking Clone Wars again, but
With
in live
that, yeah.
action.
Okay.
Have it because Hayden Christensen even said like he was up for playing Anakin in Clone Wars, and they just never called him.
Damn you! It's the only gripe then with the Filoniverse we have.
That's the only thing.
No offense to Matt Lantier,
hold
but yeah.
against Dave. But
No offense, Matt Lantier. He's a great voice, but of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, same with James Arnold Taylor.
I'll not say though yet for Obi-Wan.
But he was originally going to be the voice of Obi-Wan in the flashbacks in Force Awakens until they got Ewan in last minute.
Yeah. Okay.
Because they were like, obviously, people more associated with this version of the character from the TV show. So, like, maybe it's an easier sell.
And
But-
cheaper, no offense.
But even seeing Ahsoka and Anakin together on screen, it was like, this is just make it again. Make the whole thing.
make it again.
All out war.
All out war.
Have to. Because we've had David Tennant reprise his role as the droid thing.
Yeah, the
We've
droid
had
thing that was there for the 2
Sabine-
episodes.
Sabine Wren is played by Katie Sackhoff in both worlds.
Yeah, right.
We've had, I think, Sabine Wren played by the same.
I don't know. That I can't comment on. I haven't
And
heard
also
the voice.
Seeing young Ahsoka and then knowing that Rosario Dawson is just Rebels' older Ahsoka
Yeah,
is
older.
more of a thing to stomach than she's had some questionable things or whatever, blah blah blah. But it's more of a easier thing of this is older, more stoic.
Yeah, wiser.
Yeah, because I don't believe that it's her.
In
That
spirit.
hung out with Anakin.
Yeah, sure.
When you
I
see-
get that.
Did you
yeah.
want to know who played young Ahsoka?
Yeah, because I
It's
haven't
not
really
gonna
thought
make a
about names.
difference to your
Yeah, I mean, I'll be happy or be like,
Do
who's
you want
this
to know
person?
what you've seen her in already?
Yeah, give me the filmography
You've
of
seen
this
her in
actress.
Barbie.
In
This
Barbie,
summer, and you saw her in Avengers: Infinity War.
a young girl that again names escape me. I probably do know the person.
You're
But,
very dangerous to Google it
oh.
because it
I'm
show you
googling
a
Barbie's cast, and I just want to know the names, and then be like, it's this person. I'm just trying to think who's young, who's relatively young to do younger than Rosario Dawson.
If I remembered her name and like a good research, I would have done
Alexandra Ship.
that. It's not Alexander Ship. It's
Not Harry Neff. Sharon Rooney. Definitely not Dua Lipa.
I nearly forgot how to spell Ahsoka then. And there's some really good fucking imagery.
Ariana Greenblatt?
Yep.
Her?
Yep.
Right, so let's...
And she was. Do you want to know who she was in Avengers: Infinity War?
Yeah, daughter of... Young Gamora.
Yep.
Yes, Young Gamora, okay.
Did you do it? Why did it cast? And if you can, Google her. Yeah.
Yeah,
Look at it.
I see it.
Look at it. Google her. Google. Do you know what? I'll try and find the image of them two standing next to each other
Okay, fine.
because you will go. It's Star Wars, everybody. But until then, where can they catch us while I look for this?
Well, obviously you found us on one of our platforms, aka the YouTube, on cross Pacey Sheep. But again, you can use that Pacey Sheep name, link, insert thing here, across our Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, all across our social medias. But if you want to send us an electronic mail of any kind, a query, quandary, or anything you like, really, dirty fan mail, as long as Netflix allow it, you can email us at nerdbiblecontact@gmail.com. For any goodies that you want to suggest, and leave us your thoughts regarding Ahsoka or Top Boy or Top Jedis that you want to see in the future.
Are you ready?
No, but go on. Yeah, that's shot number 1. Oh, she looks pissed off in that one. But yeah, no, I see it. That's definitely big Dave energy.
See you in the Filoniverse.